What's up, you guys? Merry day after Christmas. Hope all of you guys had a great holiday, Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Right now, me and Ember are gonna head to the park. So for Christmas for Ember, I got him a bunch of tennis balls and I grabbed a couple and we're gonna go throw those at the park. And I figured that would be a little more entertaining than me sitting and giving you guys an update while just sitting at my desk. What I do with Ember, because he's not off-leash trained, and you know, he kind of gets along with some dogs and some dogs he doesn't, so I can't take him to an actual dog park. What I do is I take him to the local baseball field. We get in the baseball field, it's all fenced in, then we can throw balls and, you know, have a good old time. The only thing, Ember, excuse you, sir. The only thing is I'm just not sure if they're gonna be having any games or anything like that. And if so, then we won't throw the balls, we'll just go on walkies around the track. Either way, just getting him out, it feels great today. So yeah, we're on the way there now, and I'm gonna fill you guys in on how I've been feeling post-surgery and all the new stuff that Trikafta keeps doing, because yes, Trikafta keeps improving my life over and over and over again in the smallest of ways, which are continually blowing my mind. Empty field is empty. All right, so all the fields are completely empty. So let's go throw some balls. In here, come on. Good boy. I'm trying to lock all the doors so he can't get out. And he literally is running to every single door that he knows is an exit, trying to escape. Ember, come on. Get back in here. That last gate officially seals us off. I hope none of the outfield gates are open. Okay, come on, Ember. Ember, over here. Come on. Get in there. No, over here. Over, Ember. Where are you going? How are you tired already? All right, got Ember some water. He's already kind of pooped. Man, let's see, I filled you guys in on Trikafta. Like, obviously, you saw the numbers, you saw how epic all that was, but it's the little things when you're on Trikafta that really make it stand out, and you start realizing just how big of an impact it's having on your life. It's the little things you don't realize just how much it inconveniences your life and how much it sucks until it's not happening anymore. And I may have touched on some of this stuff before, but I'm gonna touch on it again. I have never been able to sleep flat on my back. Anytime I sleep, it has to be at an angle. I couldn't breathe if I laid flat. And if I did fall asleep and like ended up flat on my back, I would wake up coughing and it was just a miserable time. In a Trikafta, I can sleep completely on my back now with absolutely no issues whatsoever. No shortness of breath, no waking up coughing, no anything. And that's just blowing my mind after not being able to do that for, you know, 10, 15, 20 years, however long it's been. I know I've touched on this before, but I'm able to smell again. And the craziest thing about, I've been able to smell, it's not like I have no sense of smell, but it has to be very strong, like very strong things that get me. But now I can smell everything, like little things I've never been able to smell before. I'm picking it up and I'm just like, oh my God, like these things have a smell to them. It's the craziest, like craziest thing. You gotta go around. Ember, come back over here. Over here, look, over here. Follow the ball. Look, follow the ball. Ember, over here. Follow the ball, follow the ball, follow the ball. Right here, there you go. There you go, look, you're back. So I'm just gonna kind of show you guys. I'm gonna jog these bases. Well, there's two bases. There's two bases here. But we're gonna go ahead and just run these really quick. Like I said, I can't do that much because my incisions and all that, so I can't just full on haul ass, but we're just gonna round the bases real quick. All right, let's go. Come on, Ember. Come on. Okay, that's a hole, that's not a base. All right, come on. I don't know where he's at, what he's doing. Come on, yeah. Come on, Ember. Come on, buddy. still went the wrong way. You went the wrong way. And we're back. Nothing. Like, obviously, when your heart rate gets up, you know, you breathe hard, but I don't want to cough. Like, I'm fine. That's the craziest thing. And even just jogging like that, used to, I would have to, like, as soon as I stopped, you know, I'd have to like cough and clear my throat, but it's like nothing now. I know one thing, I think throwing this ball, like because my sutures are right here on this side, I can definitely feel it. Don't think I'm hurting anything. I'm down to 1 enzyme now. So for anyone who doesn't know, you have to take digestive enzymes anytime you eat with cystic fibrosis, because all through my life, I've had to use enzymes, and I still do, but the thing is, I've lowered it down to just 1 enzyme. And then yesterday, during you know, Christmas, there was all sorts of foods, fatty foods and all that, and I know a couple times I ate without taking my enzymes, like 0 enzymes, and I'm fine. And that doesn't happen. That's never happened. That's just insane. So to recap, I've stopped doing 2 of my treatments, hypertonic saline and pulmozyme, just because it feels like it was hurting more than helping. And when I do it, I have to dilute the hypertonic saline with more just regular saline because it's so powerful. And that used to be the only thing that could really get stuff out of my lungs, because even though I have CF, unless I'm sick, I've never been one that's been super like productive as far as like getting mucus up and all that. But and listen to that, you hear that cough? Like, the thing is, like, when I do that now, it's more out of habit because I'm just so used to clearing my lungs and constantly doing that. And now when I do it, it's like there's nothing there to clear. Like, look, I just ran bases and there's nothing. There's no mucus, there's no nothing. Like, I'm like, it's the craziest thing because I feel like 75% cured. So he keeps going to this little area right here that he can't get out of, and then he can't figure out how to get back into where I am. Ember, it's over here. Ember, over here, look. Come here, over here. Come on, this way, follow the ball. Look, follow the ball. Yeah, follow the ball. Ball. You did it! I don't know if they're doing it currently or they're going to. The CF Foundation released a thing about how they're going to start lowering people's treatments down and seeing about the long-term effects about doing less treatments and less airway clearance and seeing how it affects the body. Well, I'm already doing that. I don't wait for trials and all that. I just kind of use myself as a lab rat, and it's amazing because, like, barely have to do any treatments. Literally the only treatment that I've been doing still is albuterol. And I don't even know, like, I haven't even done any treatments today. Like, I have done 0 treatments, no vests, no airway clearance. I've just taken my pills. And you saw I just ran around the bases. I'm out here throwing the ball. Like, and it's phased me. I don't even feel like I need a treatment. Like, it's insanity, you guys. Like, I don't really know how to put it really into words. You know, everyone was asking me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told her, I was like, well, I don't need anything else. Like, I have my health back. I have my life back. Like, I don't know, in a way. Like, here's the thing. You have to tread lightly with what you say, as far like in the CF community and having an illness and all that. But, you know, especially when it comes to the term of beating illnesses. Is Trikafta a cure? No. Is Trikafta close enough to a cure to where I could say for myself, I feel like I've beat CF? Yeah, I do. Now here's also the thing with these medications is, with Vertex medications, it is known that the longer you stay on it, sometimes they become less effective, and then sometimes you can have side effects, like a buildup in your liver and all that from the toxicity of the drug. So, you know, going down the road, maybe it'll change. Maybe I'll start reverting back to how I used to be. Maybe, you know, maybe it'll build up and I'll have to come off the drug. There's so many different variables that can come with these medications, but for now, for how I'm feeling, like at this moment, at this time of my life, I feel unstoppable. My grandma bought me a lottery ticket for Christmas, which I didn't win anything, but I was just like, man, what if I just won a couple grand and then I could like just get a passport and just fly and just go and explore and adventure and not have to take like all this equipment with me. Do you guys know how stoked I am for that? That's the biggest thing, and I may have said it on this vlog before, but the biggest thing for me, and what I've always told people about like having CF, and if I ever got cured, was I would be so excited to be able to go like on trips or even just going to other people's houses and not have to bring like 3 different bags, because I have to have a bag with clothes in it, I have to have a bag with like medications and all that, then I have a bag with my vest and all that in it, like the actual like machines. Do you know how freeing and wonderful it is to not have to think about that anymore. Like if I went on a trip right now, I wouldn't even bring my vest with me. Like, and that's just mind-blowing. Like every day that I wake up, I find something new. I find a little part of my body feels different and feels better. Like I haven't reached a plateau or anything. I just keep improving, and it's, man, it's crazy. Like that's the biggest thing. Like, I know in these updates, I usually don't have like the words to put it, and I just kind of repeat how it's mind-blowing, how it's crazy, and all these different things, but there he goes. But that's it. There's no way when you've lived a certain way your entire life for 29 years and you've prepared yourself for the disease to get worse, because that's how this disease happens. There is no way to all of a sudden, like whenever everything changes, it's to be like, oh, like, okay, well, that's cool. You can't, because it's so mind-blowing, and just, there I go again with mind-blowing and insane. As far as my gallbladder surgery removal, everything's been going great. I had some really bad bile and acid reflux the couple days afterwards. That was horrible, but I started on Zegrid, which is like a PPI, like a Meprazole and all that, and then I've been taking Tums whenever I eat, and I feel fine. Like I've been hammering all the fats and all the stuff, all the calories, and totally fine with that. So pretty much all I'm doing now is just waiting until the doctor gives me the clear that I'm good to start lifting again. Then I can go back to work. Amazon still has not approved my leave. I've given them all the paperwork, filled out everything from my doctor, sent it all in, and I'm still just waiting for their official, like, okay, you're approved. But they still haven't done that yet. So I really don't know what's gonna happen with that. You know, I will say though, because I'm very transparent, not all is fine and dandy. And there he goes again. He didn't even look at the ball. How dare you? My mental state has definitely, I mean, it's not been as bad as it was, but I've definitely been struggling. So this past time that I went to the doctor, I switched from Remeron to Paxil, just because the Remeron, anytime I took it, it makes you sleepy. Like that's what the medications, you know, it does. It's an antidepressant and all that, but it also helps you sleep. So anytime I took it, I would just be so groggy unless I got a solid like 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And I hate any sort of medication that's gonna make me groggy or out of it, which is why, you know, that's why I hate painkillers and things like that. So I don't know if it's just the holiday depression and all those things, but I've definitely been feeling, I don't know, down, which, you know, I shoot these vlogs that tell you all about how I'm like, the Trikafta is doing amazing and how grateful I am. And then I'm sure some of you guys may be like, well, why are you sad? Like, what do you have to be depressed about? What do you have to be sad about? And, you know, whenever you have, you know, I've had severe depressive disorder all of my life until, you know, recently officially diagnosed whenever I tried to off myself. And that's not gonna go away. You know, I've been struggling a lot lately with just the survivor's guilt, and that's something that I've touched on a lot. And it's just every time that I feel something that's good that's happened with Trikafta, I can't help but think of the people who weren't able to get this. And I don't know, I just feel so, it's almost like I just feel selfish that I got to experience this when so many people, I know people with CF who have died who they've done nothing their whole life, but just they've stayed on top of their treatments, they've never slacked, they've never done the craziness that I have, and they're no longer here. And it just, you know, it just gets to me. And also, I'm kind of like, I'm in this headspace now where I honestly don't know, like, I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. And to explain that the best I can is like I said just a minute ago, after you've spent 29 years living one way and, you know, knowing what this illness is going to do and kind of having a general knowledge of your future, whenever it stops, like whenever all of that is reversed, like I don't know, because not that CF is just me, you know, I'm not CF, that's not everything that you know, my life doesn't revolve around CF, but in a way I didn't realize until after all this happened with Trikafta that my life has heavily revolved around CF, even if I don't, you know, even if I don't realize it or not. Everything that I do as far as, you know, trips, anything that I do is based around CF. Whenever I meet people, I always tell them about my CF, and it's just something that it's always been there. I've never let it really hold me back, but it's always been there. And it's, you know, it's always just kind of been a big part of me. And now that here's the weird thing about it. It's almost a, like, it's almost like you know somebody for years and years and years, and then they're gone. And it's not that I'm sad or bummed that I'm not like sick, because I'm still sick, obviously. Like I have no delusions that I'll never get sick again, that I'll never go in the hospital again or anything like that. Definitely not. But it's just, I don't know, I became so comfortable with CF and just so in tune with my body and in tune with what I had to do because of CF. Now that CF is, I mean, it's still there, but it's barely there. And now that I've improved so much, I just don't really know. I don't really know what to do. It's like my brain and my body are completely separate now. It's like I have someone else's body and my brain can't process that. And I just don't really know like what the future holds. Because in a way I kind of always did, because in a way, like, I always thought that I wouldn't live that long. You know, I figured like 35 to 40, if I made it to that, I'm good. But now I have all this like open future, all, you know, all this unknown, and I don't know, it's like, I'm not good, like, I just don't know how to process it. I don't know if that's like, it's a mixture, like my mental state being down has been a mixture of, you know, like the survivor's guilt, and just my life has completely changed. Like at 29, I wrote something on Instagram and I posted it here on the community tab, that life starts at 29, and that's how it is. Like, my life is officially starting at 29 years old, and you know, I don't really have a lot to show for it. Yeah, I've spent my whole life preparing to die young. That, you know, I didn't finish school. I didn't go pursue any sort of like higher education. I have a lot of like really like random skills. I've bounced around a lot. You know, I can halfway do a lot of things. You know, halfway do graphic design, halfway do this, and I just don't know what I want to do now. It's just, life is so up in the air, and it's just, in the past 2 months, completely changed everything about me that I don't know. Like, that's the biggest thing, is I don't know. And I just feel like trying to process all these emotions and all this newness whenever you do have like mental illness, and it's kind of a recurring theme, it takes a minute. And so, you know, I've been having a lot of down days, and I feel like a complete, total and utter asshole because I am having these down days, because like I said, you know, I feel bad that I have this medication and these other people don't, but at the same time, I do have this medication and I've gotten this crazy second chance in this new life, and here I am being Mr. Mopey Pants. And I don't know, it's just, it's hard to explain what's going on in my head and how it feels, but the best way I could do it is it's overwhelming is the best thing. You know, I don't really have anybody around here. I have a couple friends and people that I hang out with, but most of my like really close friends that really know me and everything, they're in other states. So I spend most of my time here just by myself and just kind of in my own head. And I've always been the type of person who has been okay that way. You know, I would much rather be in my head and figure things out myself than rely on other people. But I feel like now that, because everything's changed so much, I feel like I need other people. As most people, they don't really care about your issues, and they don't really care, they don't understand what it's like to, you know, have this one way that you've lived in this condition for 29 years, and then you're telling people, I'm just like, hey, I have this I have this condition called cystic fibrosis, and I'm sick, but I got on this new medication that's almost cured me, so I'm not really sick anymore, and I don't really know what's happening, and I'm freaking out, man. And they're just kind of like, okay. And so, you know, I think it is just, it's a mix of just the holiday sadness and just everything that goes along with it. Because, you know, I don't, for the first time in as long as I can remember, I don't want to be alone, but I am terribly alone. And, you know, it sucks, but in a way you kind of have to get over it. But, you know, it'll be all right. I'll work through it like I always do. There's just a lot more to work through now. So that's what I use this for. This is basically, you guys are basically my online therapist. This is my diary in a way. This is what I vent to, because I don't have anyone in person to vent to. So I'm a vent to this little digital box right here. You know, I'm looking forward to the future, but I think more so than anything, I'm just terrified because I don't know. Everything is just so new, and even the sky, man, just looking just at the colors of everything just are more vibrant. I feel everything, like the wind and the air, and the grass, everything is just so, it's kind of what I imagine. If you've ever watched the videos where the people get the colorblind people, they get the glasses to where they can see color again. Obviously not comparing anything to like being colorblind or anything like that, but that's how they're just overwhelmed with the vibrancy and just kind of the beauty of life is where I am. And I don't know how to handle that. I don't know how to handle good things. That's it. I think that's the key to all of this. I don't know how to handle good shit. I don't, oh my Lord, and there he goes again. He takes a rest, then he takes off. Yeah, I don't know how to handle when things start going good, because throughout my whole life, when things start going good, something bad is gonna happen. And so I'm just like, I'm just waiting. It's like, I'm just waiting for the rug to be pulled out from under me, because it seems like anytime something good happens, me being with my fiance, me living in California where I was so happy, the rug always gets pulled out from underneath me somehow. And I'm just waiting with Trikafta and everything that's been happening, and life has been going so good, and I've kind of started like making progress forward. Like I'm just waiting. And you could, I guess maybe you could say the gallbladder was kind of the rug getting pulled out from under me, but I don't think that. So I don't know. I just don't know how to handle good shit. I don't know how to handle when life goes my way and everything starts going good, because man, over 29 years, I've been through some shit. Like I've lived through a lot, and now that everything's going good, I don't know how to handle it. And I'm hoping I'll get a grip on it. Maybe is there like an AA group, but for people who don't need AA, like, I don't know, Sad People Anonymous, something like that, for us people who don't know how to handle when good shit happens to us. If so, I need it. But yeah, guys, that's the update. I know I just ranted a lot, but that's really all I can do with these updates, because there's so much that I'm feeling and so much going into it, you know, and that's what, you know, I want to put this out here and really let you guys know how I'm feeling with the confusion and all that, because I feel like some vloggers, like some CF vloggers, they're like, they only tell you the good. They're only like, oh wow, this is so like amazing, and I feel great, and I'm so thankful, which I am. It is great, and I am so thankful, but there's still a lot of shit that comes with your life completely changing. The life that you've known completely going away and everything else changing. It's not just boom, I'm good, I'm happy, all like great, which maybe it is for some people. Maybe some people are able to do that, but me, I'm not. So I'm just trying to process these emotions the best I can, and you know, bring you guys along with me, because that's the whole thing of this vlog, is it's real. And, you know, I'll never be able to fake it. I'll never be able to just say some bullshit. Like, it's always got to be real. But that's it for now, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna throw balls with Ember a little bit more, and then we're gonna get out of here, because I think he's finally tuckering himself out. So yeah, I love you guys. Be sure to subscribe if you like what you saw. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. Later.